from the Huntington Bank Studio, this is Colts 360.
We're right here. Hey, we found a way. Just keep finding a way. We begin again next week. New chip it.
No matter how you win, you just gotta win, baby.
You still asleep? Let's go! T.Y. torching them. Going on the road in a hostile environment. That's how you come out with a dub, baby.
And we do this.
W, baby.
Wow! Let's do it. We handle business. On to the next one.
NFL Red Zone featuring games from around the league.
God gave us an opportunity to overcome adversity today, and we did it. Thank you, God, so much.
We won.
Not much to say right now. Not much to say right now. 1-0, that's all we wanted. Get ready for next week. Let's go.
That thing is too high. I'm too short.
A wild win for the Colts to keep pace in the AFC South race and kick off the month of December. I'm Lara Overton, and this is Colts 360. Well, from T.Y. Hilton retaining his ownership of NRG Stadium to yet another defensive stand to close out a victory and everything in between, let's revisit that win in Houston for the Colts to improve them to 8-4 and begin the final stretch of the season.
5 games to go in the regular season. The playoff push here in the month of December has started. Today it's the 7-4 Colts and the 4-7 Texans. Only 5 games to go, and you can sense the urgency at this point of the season. Rivers backs to throw, looking, scanning, throws upfield, over the shoulder catch for T.Y., and he walks into the end zone for a touchdown. Touchdown, T.Y. Hilton. Touchdown, INDY.
Here's the rush, and Watson in big trouble. Can he escape? Tries to.
He's hit and driven down by DeForest Buckner. Welcome back, Defo.
On first down, Watson with the keeper right side. 10, 5 to the goal line. He's got it.
An 11-yard run for Deshaun Watson.
Rivers takes the snap. Handoff Hines. And he walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Colts.
Watson hit in the backfield, and it's Justin Houston riding him down. That's going to go down as a sack for Justin Houston. Now it's 4th and 4.
4th and 4 at the Houston 39.
Rivers throws right side wide open. And that's Jonathan Taylor racing for the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, INDY. Jonathan Taylor, a 39-yard catch to Pater. Watson takes a snap, has time in the pocket, floats it upfield. That's an interception for the Colts.
Is that the ball was intercepted by the defense, first down, Indianapolis.
Some way, somehow, Kenny Moore comes up with it.
Here's the snap. Watson has to get rid of it. Pressure on.
Colts coming with heat, and they bring him down.
And Watson fumbles the ball.
The ball is out.
Texans have to cover it up. Here's the snap. Watson fakes the give. He's got time. He pumps. Watson trying to run.
He's going to pull it down and be brought down by DeForest Buckner. That's a sack. Watson in his own end zone, feeling pressure.
Watson in trouble.
And he's going to go down. It's Justin Houston getting a sack and a safety. 3 sacks on the day for Justin Houston. Things are unraveling here for the Colts. It's 26-20. A minute 28 remaining in the game. It is 2nd down and goal from the 2-yard line for Houston, looking for that go-ahead score.
On 2nd and goal. Here's the snap. It's dropped.
Ball's on the turf.
Deshaun trying to fall for it.
No.
It's a fumble.
It is picked up by the Colts. That's Anthony Walker. And the Colts have a takeaway and a fumble recovery. The Colts get an absolute gift, and they'll take it. So the Colts are in victory formation. They're up by 6. The Colts outscored Houston in the second half. Ready for this? 2-0. Final score in Houston. The Colts win it. They knock off the Texans 26-20.
Let's go! Woo! in a hostile environment. That's how you come out with a dub, baby.
And we do this.
Wow! Ah! Let's go!
Let's do it. We handle business. On to the next one.
1-0, that's all we wanted. Get ready for next week. Let's go.
Hey, we found a way. Just keep finding a way. We begin again next week. New chip it.
It don't matter how you win, you just gotta win, baby. You still asleep?
Still ahead on Colts 360, Coach Reich on his clutch defense, making a playoff push, and instilling football fundamentals in the next generation. That's next. Joined now by head coach Frank Reich on Colts 360. And coach, the push to the playoffs continues. You get that big win in Houston. You pull even in terms of the record with Tennessee in the AFC South. This is now the second time in 3 weeks that your defense has come up and helped steal the victory by forcing a turnover late. They did it in overtime against the Packers, and again in the final seconds, forcing that fumble, and Deshaun Watson recovered by Anthony Walker. How clutch has your defense been of late in those situations with games on the line?
They've been very clutch, and those are the kind of plays that give us confidence to do some of the things that we do on offense, like to go for it on fourth down, just because we have this strong belief that our defense is going to, if they have to win it for us, they will. And case in point, sure, they have an unfortunate fumbled snap, but Grover has great penetration. If he doesn't have great penetration, Deshaun Watson easily gets on that ball and they still have it. So real credit to Grover and our defense.
A lot of credit certainly to Anthony Walker, who recovered it, but you mentioned that there were some conversations on the sideline. What did Grover Stewart see that he relayed to Matt Eberflus to create that opportunity for your defense?
Well, it was just player and coach talking it through. And, there was a stunt that they had talked about, and Grove felt like he could get it, like he could run this stunt and get penetration and get a TFL. And so Flew styled it up at just the right time, but Grover executed it to perfection. And really, if it doesn't happen right at that moment, that it's a fumbled snap, and Deshaun Watson easily falls on that. So great job by player and coach working together.
Phillip made his 236th career start last week, the longest active streak for any quarterback in the NFL. And it's not even close when you talk about the numbers there. He delivered one of his best days of the season, 285 yards for 2 touchdowns, his best quarterback rating since week 3 of the season. Being a veteran, and take into account too, you're down 2 guys at left tackle, but being a veteran as Phillip is, how much do you count on him to rise to the occasion when the stakes are highest at this point of the year?
It was big on the road, a division opponent. And, the numbers are what you just stated, best quarterback rating and all those other things that he did well. But it was the little things he did as well. We did an awful lot at the line of scrimmage in this game, and he probably checked and, more at the line of scrimmage this game than we probably have in any other game. And he was always making the right decision, getting us in the best place. So he came up clutch for sure.
Phillip turned 39 this week. We know he's a little bit banged up dealing with the toe injury. He's been in a boot at some times. He's been limited in practice in others, but this is a guy who's played through a lot of big injuries throughout his career. You've seen him rise to the occasion on a torn ACL. He had broken ribs at one point that he played through. I know you've been around a lot of tough guys in your decades of football. How tough is Phillip Rivers in terms of his ranking of toughness of guys playing the league?
Yeah, no, he's at the top. He's in the. I'm not saying he's the toughest guy, but when you start talking about if there's A, B, C, and D, tough, he's in the A group, and I played with a number of guys who are in that A group, but Phillip, is definitely one of those guys. And what I appreciate about Phillip is he's so low maintenance. He's never talking about it, complaining about it. He just gets his treatment, gets out there. Yeah, you walk around a boot. Sometimes you have to. We want to make sure to get that thing rest and don't aggravate it. And anytime you can put it in a stable condition. So he's just doing what he has to do to, get himself on the field. And sure, he's playing through pain. But the good news is, Lara, that, we really felt like we made it through this game where he didn't have any major setbacks, because this is the type of injury that should get better every week. And so hopefully, that continues to happen.
To have a guy who's so low maintenance like that, what kind of an example does that set for a lot of the younger guys in your locker room?
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's his leadership, and they can see it and feel it, and they do. And he's not the only guy doing it, but coming from his position and for how many years he's done it, it's an important part of what he brings to the table.
T.Y. Hilton comes off and delivers a very vintage T.Y. in Houston style of performance. How do you make sure that that type of production that you see from T.Y. isn't that one of those, hey, it's T.Y. doing T.Y. things in Houston type of scenarios, but this is something that he's able to carry forth with through the remainder of the season and play to that level?
Yeah, we definitely got to build off this. He was in rare form. I know that's, maybe easy for him, especially in that stadium, but man, he made a couple catches in that game that were just elite catches, and we need to build off that momentum. He just has a lot of juice right now, late in the season, he's healthy and strong, so we need to continue to get him involved in a big way.
T.Y.'s touchdown also produced a great feel-good moment on social media, because when you talk about bringing the juice, Rigo Sanchez was sitting on his couch and his wife posted a video of his doing the T.Y. celebration, reacting to that touchdown. How great was it to see such an encouraging video and encouraging representation of how he's continuing to heal and recover?
Yeah, I saw the video. It was a great video. Love Rigo. Missed him, and sent him a text right after the game, saying as much. But this team is very close, and to see Rigo there, cheering T.Y. on and vintage T.Y. moment, that was fun.
Another video that got a lot of attention over the past week. I mean, hundreds and thousands of views on social media. It was your birthday last week. Your daughter Leah shared a very special moment between yourself and your granddaughter, in which you went on through a little ball security coaching, the little eagle claw moment. How fun is it for you to share those moments? I know all of your daughters are very passionate sports fans. You have 3 girls of your own, and now to have your granddaughter as well as part of the Reich family football tradition.
That's fun. They're huge Colts fans now, and that was a special moment. I have to say, obviously none of us anticipated that when she took that video. The ironic thing is, a lot of times, sometimes videos get taken, you're on video. I didn't know that she was taking that video at that time. No idea whatsoever. And when I saw it played back, and when I heard, Bishop saying Eagle Claw, I could literally listen to that 1,000 times a day and never get tired of it.
I think we all could. It's so cute. It's so genuine. Such a fun moment. Excited to, at some point, get the family back on the field again, as we were able to last season, because it's always great to get to catch up with them when they were in town, and just get to see her growing over the course of this season. Want to look at your opponent this weekend in Las Vegas, a team that you played at your own home here at Lucas Oil a year ago. You played them last season here. Now it's going to be that first venture to their new home in Vegas. This is a team that came off a very thrilling finish of their own to get the victory last week and keep pace in the wild card race. They boast a win over the Kansas City Chiefs earlier in this season. What's the biggest challenge that the Raiders present this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, it's always, being in the NFL, it's always fun to go into a new stadium. I mean, you don't have much time to enjoy it, because once you get on the field, it's 100 yards long by 53 1/3 yards wide. And that's all you're thinking about. But that initial walking into the stadium, look around, that's pretty cool. But this is a very good football team, as we know. They're very explosive on offense, They can score a lot of points, and, defensively, they've been playing well all year. Good schemes, and, really good personnel, really all over the board. So, and they handled us last year here in Lucas Oil. So we have to have a really good week of practice and go out there and be good in all 3 phases.
Got the ball right here. I'm going to be working on my Eagle Claw, Coach.
Nice. Eagle. Wrist above the elbow. Wrist above, clasp hand right there. Coach Rathman would be proud.
Squeeze it. I've got it down.
Squeeze it.
Coach, always appreciate the time.
Thanks, Lara.
Colts cornerback, fan favorite, and Pro Bowl contender. Kenny Moore on the emergence of this defense and playing for a greater cause. Still ahead on Colts 360.
Back now on Colts 360 and joined by Kenny Moore, because you can never have enough we always want more with our favorite cornerback, Kenny Moore. Kenny, this game against Houston, the second time in 2 weeks that this Colts defense has come up clutch with a game on the line. How has this defense become so strong late in games?
Just challenging each other each day in practice. I think that's where it all starts. Turnovers is a big job description to have on this defense, to be on this defense. So to take the ball away, to close a game like that, it's everything. So I'm just glad we pulled it through.
This defense is among the top 5 in the league in takeaways. And when you talk about turnovers, I want to talk about one in particular, because you came up with a big one. Picking off Deshaun Watson, you had to wrestle Brandon Cooks on the ground for it. Take me through that play and how determined you were not to be denied that ball by the wide receiver.
I thought my coverage at the line was pretty solid, but he got a little separation at the top of the route. But I saw his hands go up like the ball was coming. So once I knew that, I just wanted the ball. It was just from that point. So him trying to tuck it and me trying to grab it, it was just all instincts.
Deshaun is one of those guys who's so good, under pressure when he's in those types of situations. Is that one of those guys who you pick off that you're going to be pretty proud of? It's going to rank pretty high on the list?
Turnovers itself is hard to come by in this league, so I'll take them as they come. But Deshaun is very talented. This game appreciates a quarterback like him. So to be able to take the ball away from a guy like him is an honor.
Take me through the vantage point as well of the turnover that closed the whole thing out. Grover Stewart punching the ball out and then Anthony Walker being there to recover. What was your viewpoint of it all?
My viewpoint was trying to see through a lot of linemen. I was at linebacker depth, covering a tight end. He hawks back, so I was able to pick up the quarterback and the whole handoff and everything. So I was pretty much like anyone else in the stadium, just trying to see who has it, because the ball is everywhere. So thankfully, Grover and Anthony Walker could get us the ball.
What was that celebration like after? Because one of my favorite things was watching this defense have so much fun celebrating takeaways.
We want to know where the camera guy is. So we want to know where Matt Bowen is, and he's always on the end zone, looking at us as we're playing defense. So once you get a takeaway, you know where to go, and just running from the 3 or 4 yard line all the way down. Those are one of the great moments that you take away from the game. Running down there with your teammates, getting ready to take a picture, and y'all laughing and playing around. So it's pretty cool.
We can't see them enough. So let's get a lot more of those opportunities here in this remaining stretch of the season. You're a leader. You're a veteran in this group of defensive backs. And it's a pretty young group, especially coming out of 2019. When you add guys like Xavier Rhodes and TJ Carey, what have you gained from bringing in veteran guys at that position?
I think more than anything is a competing level aspect. Guys who know how to take the ball away, guys who challenge you each day in practice to be better. So we all want to do it the best. So great thing is collectively we're all out there together on game day to keep competing.
On Sunday, it was a special opportunity as well. This is special for each of you guys to use your platform for My Cause, My Cleats. Your cause in particular is something that you are very close to in A Kid Again and representing Mighty Mason, someone who is such an important piece of this Colts community, Mason Garvey. Describe your cleats, but then also you paid a special tribute to him with the gloves as well, right?
Yeah, so the gloves were the Hoosier gloves, IU. Down in Bloomington. It's one of his favorite. It was his favorite college team, and every time I used to go over his house, he would always have the candy striped pants on. So those are one of the things that I got, the pants to honor him, as well as the gloves. Thankful to Tom Allen and the whole IU organization. So, and then the cleats, I had the red and white candy stripes on the cleats, but in the red stripes it says Mighty across the cleats, and the yellow Adidas stripes is for Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month. It was a lightning bolt in the back for me, but it was just a collaboration of Mighty Mason and Kenny Moore to honor him.
Well, you and your play and the Indiana Hoosiers in their play certainly honoring Mighty Mason's memory very, very well. Kenny, as we wrap up this show, you're going to help me close it out. But what I want to do, what would it mean to get you into the Pro Bowl? And how do we make it happen? It is in the hands of Colts Nation to get Kenny Moore that Pro Bowl nod.
It is. I mean, I do the best I can on Sundays, but, this is the opportunity where the support is shown by the fans to vote for myself and other guys on this team for the Pro Bowl this year. And you're able to vote at, the Colts social media page. So there you have it.
We've got the link right here as well. Kenny, we appreciate your taking the time. Let's get more takeaways out there in Vegas. Have a great game on Sunday. Good luck.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.